In today's episode, reverse will work. A car will... and Tesla will go bankrupt. This is Truck Norris, a Chevrolet Colorado with a obviously custom-built bed-mounted turbo. Why? Because when someone says the wastegate goes through the tailgate, it rhymes quite nicely. You know what my favorite type of video is? The one from somewhere in the Middle East, with a giant watermark in the middle and a pickup truck with two massive turbos slapped to a V8. Did they mention sand? If you hear an angry cat while driving on the highway, it is not an angry cat. It is a 1000 horsepower Jeep Trackhawk, or basically anything with a supercharger. You know your car is fast when it leaves tire marks for hundreds of meters. This is one of the, if not the fastest, rear-wheel drive Nissan GTRs. This is what in my eyes is a good driver. Before the crash even happens, the driver notices that the car behind her is probably not paying attention to the road and actually braces for the impact. Then after the impact she doesn't panic, holds the steering wheel tight, pulls the handbrake and secures the vehicle. For me, this is an A+. With Oktoberfest now coming to an end, expect more videos like this one, where a driver from Switzerland slightly misjudged his speed when going into a garage. Props to the barrier acting like nothing happened. Another episode, another LS400 getting abused. Also pretty cool to see that tire manufacturers are trying to imitate the Mario Kart tire sparks. Here is how much of a difference aftermarket exhausts can do, especially in new cars, where due to regulations, most new cars sound like vacuum cleaners. This is how a Lexus GS350 with a V6 engine sounds like from the factory. And this is how it sounds after giving it a Apexy N1 aftermarket exhaust system. Lovely. Have you ever wondered how fast a truck with 6.5 horsepower would be? Well, here is your answer. I forgot to mention that the engine is being started with a rope, just like your lawnmower. Say whatever you want, I would totally drive this, at least in my backyard. Exhaust systems for the Mazda RX-8 are getting out of hand. Dahm has built an insane 4-rotor Mazda RX-7, which sounds basically like the legendary Mazda 787B race car. In my opinion, even better. It is in fact so loud you can hear the 1200 horsepower insanity miles away from the track. I want someone to explain to me how this BMW didn't set off a single car alarm. In the city I grew up in, Vienna, it was quite common to have tram lines running on normal roads. As you may expect, the rails, which are obviously made from metal, tend to be super slippery, especially when wet. While I was driving on them, you could feel like you're driving on ice. This Audi S3 driver was a lot less lucky than me. The Aston Martin Valkyrie is the result of the Red Bull racing team working together with Aston Martin to create a hybrid supercar. There's a street-legal version too, but also a full-blown race version, called the Valkyrie AMR Pro. There's only 25 of them built and all of them are sold, so unfortunately for you, you cannot buy it anymore. It has a V12 that sounds as expected. Insane. Just listen to it taking off with the electric motor, then switching on the V12. It has a lot of Formula 1 inspired parts, such as the carbon fiber reinforced brakes, LMP1 styled fins, a massive wing, and a humongous rear diffuser. The best part? There are little to no parts that silence the engine. Can you guess this car by the sound? Correct, this is a Pagani Wait, it's not a Pagani Zonda, it's a scooter. Here's your weekly dose of karma. This guy was minding his own business when suddenly from behind a super aggressive driver started tailgating him. After letting him pass, the tailgater proceeded to do the same on the next car. But for some reason he didn't notice that this was a sheriff's car.
I love that song too. I went and listened to it after I watched the episode. It's not the song Party, and they're gonna have all those other people, including her fiance. She doesn't have any guilt about it. I guess not. She has no problem sleeping at night. I know. Dwight, Holly, Michael, and...
Here is a video from the year I was born, 1999. It is not confirmed whether the owner of this Nissan Skyline and this Mazda RX-7 are members of the Midnight Club, but they did something similar. They had a race on a newly built tunnel under the Tokyo Bay, which at the time cost $40 to go one way, and unfortunately the engine on the Skyline failed, rather spectacularly. Modern radio-controlled cars have insanely powerful electric motors. In fact, with the right gearing, they are strong enough to power a go-kart up to 81 km or 50 miles per hour. that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.
That doesn't make sense.